What's going on, wrestling fans? This is Backseat Gorilla Club. I am Brother Lucas. That's Sean Patrick. Say hello.
What's up?
Anyway, we are doing our continuing coverage of the G1 Climax 28 tournament. We are starting off with the tag team matches for July 22nd, 2018, A block. So basically the tag matches are all B block guys for the most part, and guys who are not in it at all, which they call the unofficial C block. But the matches are going to be, the first one is Shota Umino and Toa Hanare versus God, or Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, known as the Gorillas of Destiny. The second match is Yo and Hiroki Goto versus Gado and Toru Yano. And Gado has replaced Gado in this the rest of the tournament because I guess Gado is out injured or something. Third match is Sho and Ishii versus ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr. and Takamichi Noku. Fourth match is Finn Juice, David Finlay and Juice Robinson versus Chase Owens and Kenny Omega. The fifth match is LIJ, Naito and Sonata, Tetsuya Naito and Sanada versus Yujiro Takahashi and Kota Ibushi. So, yeah, if you want to go ahead and take away that first match there.
Alright, so we're going to start this one off like we always do with a match including a young lion, and that would be Red Shoe's son, Shota Umino. Yeah, I can't talk! Umino! Shota Umino! And Toa Hanare, and then of course God, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga. Of course there's going to be a jump start here, getting the better of Shota and Toa. And, Shota eats a rail first off. I mean, just straight into it. Take care of that spot real quick. Let's see, when Shota finally does get tagged into this match, there's a couple of drop kicks and stuff, but, just basic tag team wrestling in the beginning, or basic, opening match sequences. But Shota does come in, he gets his moveset done, pretty much leaves. There was a drop kick in there. I don't know, if it was a botch or something, but, I mean, he didn't connect with that thing at all, but, Loa, whoever it was, still took the bump. But that's okay. It was still pretty.
It's a phantom drop kick.
Yeah, not quite as bad as some of those we've seen by Batista and all that. Oh man, let's see. Hanare was in. He ate multiple shots by the Gorillas of Destiny in the corner, just running corner to corner. Shota did hit a beautiful double drop kick from the top, followed by a German suplex, but all was about to come to an end by Loa hitting the 8 for a 1, 2, and 3. So 8 is here to stay, apparently. What do you think?
Yeah, so one cool little subplot to this match, I guess, was the announcers were telling a story that, last night Red Shoes ate a gun stun from Tama Tonga. So, his son was in the ring now, and he was, maybe going after some kind of vengeance for his father. It was kind of a nice little subplot that they were telling, and Shota was acting like he was a little extra fired up too. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Going straight to the next one. We got Yo and Hiroki Goto versus Gado and Toru Yano. So, Gado pretty much off the bat. I mean, you gotta expect right now, we have Yano and Gado in a match together. It's gonna be nothing but like dirty tricks. So, even though it's all chaos together, they all kind of shook hands in the beginning. Gado starts off with an eye poke on Yo pretty much right off the bat after they go at it for a bit. So, I think Yo got a senton in at one point, and then Goto and Yo drew their little sushi, their little thing from the sushi restaurant. And then right after that, Yano and Gado pretty much did the same thing. They got a move on him and then did the same thing. So that was funny. And after that, Gado gets like a really long eye rake on Yo. He had his fingers stuck in his eyes for like a while. Of course, what happens next? Yano pulls the turnbuckle pad off, as Yano does. And then he starts to eye gouge Yo as well and throws him into the exposed turnbuckle. So there's a hot tag to Goto after a bit, and he comes in and suplexes Gado on top of Yano. And then Yano and Goto start trading forearms. And I like this new Yano where he's just like trying to fight his own instincts and trying to be like a wrestler and a fighter now. So it's interesting. Yano hits a nice belly to belly on Goto, and then Yo and Gado start trading pinning combinations. This is like the beginning of the end here. To do these like sunset flip roll ups and everything, and then at some point they start teasing the O'Connor roll with the bridge and the Gado clutch that goes traded in and out for a bit, and eventually Yo actually does get the bridging O'Connor roll. I think they called it like a 5-star or something. Or I'm not sure what they called it, something else, but that's what it is. So yeah, that's what I have on that one.
Yeah, those that pinning combo, where they just rolling all over the ring, that was a thing of beauty right there. You hit that one on the head, so we're just gonna move on to Sho and Tomohiro Ishii versus Taka Michinoku and ZSJ Zack Sabre Jr. Sho and Michinoku are gonna start this one off, and Ishii completely no sells a shoulder block. Zach was trying to knock him off the apron, and Ishii just stands there and stone pitbull, man.
Didn't even move. Yeah.
Of course, Sho gets turned into a pretzel, and then he gets wishboned a couple of times. All right. The fun story about this is, they're setting up for the match tomorrow with Ishii and ZSJ. And they're teasing a little bit with ZSJ having trouble getting submission maneuvers onto Ishii. I mean, Ishii's a big guy. Zack Sabre, he's smaller. He's not small, but he's definitely a smaller sized guy. So the way he's getting around this, he'd get a submission maneuver applied, and then he'd quickly move on to the next one. He'd just stick and move, and that was kind of the theme there. He'd also tag in and out a little bit, avoiding Ishii as much as he can. So get his shots in, get out of there, good to go. Of course, Ishii, he had to get his shots in too, and he did so with the palm and the knife edge of his hand to Zack Sabre Jr., who was lit up like a Christmas tree. I believe you're saying he was sliding up into that neck area, right in this area right here. So it's a little bit dangerous. You start getting into the trach zone.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's some arm bars in there by Sho. And believe it or not, Sho goes over Taka by an armbar. And that was the submission. And then, of course, after the match, ZSJ is mad and still setting up for tomorrow. He grabs a quick armbar on Ishii, and they have to pull him apart, and everybody is escorted quickly off to the back after that.
Yeah, there was a part, I guess, the little armbar by Sho on Taka. I didn't see it myself, but I heard Rocky saying, I think Taka tapped, and it was like before, there's supposed to be, I guess, a little pre-spot where they had the armbar, and then they go back to it for the finish. And I think Taka tapped prematurely. I'm not sure, I didn't see it, but I heard Rocky talking about it. So
yeah, because Zack and Ishii were already on the outside. That's how they end a lot of these tag matches.
Yeah, once you see the other guys dip out, you're like, okay, the finish is coming up here in a minute.
They'll tease it once or twice, and then it's over.
Yeah. All right,
moving on.
Next one is Finn Juice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson versus Chase Owens and Kenny Omega. So Kenny and Juice start this off, and they do a nice little handshake, and they start off with some chain wrestling. So Kenny's being portrayed as this, sportsman who's not trying to go after Juice's hands, that's injured, and but at some point during their chain wrestling, he's going for like an arm wringer and everything, and he ends up hitting and damaging Juice's hand, and Juice is like, what the hell, man? Like, I thought we were cool. Like, so then Kenny's like tags out the Chase. It's like, my bad. Like, I wasn't trying to do that. The announcers are covering it as like, wrestler's instinct. They do that all the time. And it made sense what was going on. After that, let's see. Quick tags by Finn Juice, in and out real fast. There's a nice double bulldog by them. And then Chase did something cool, which was like sort of like when you let somebody bounce off the ropes, that's called a rebound, and then he did like a backbreaker onto that. So it was like a rebound backbreaker by Chase, and then they did lots of wishbones on Finlay, like 5 or so. That's becoming like a new, like, I don't know if that's a rib that people are doing or what. That's like becoming more popular. After that, a drop kick to Chase by Finn. Juice starts doing his jabs on both of them, and Chase and Kenny hit a double super kick. And right after that, I thought Juice was gonna end up going for the Pulp Friction, but I guess that new double knee gut buster they're calling his finish, and it's called the Juice Box. So he hits Chase with the Juice Box for the win. Other guys are on the outside, and yeah, what you have for that one?
Yeah, let's see. Chase and Kenny, they've been working really well as a tag team. They've actually come up with a couple of moves that are becoming a recurring instance. They've got the one. Kenny goes over. He's got somebody in the middle of the ring. He says, "Give me a boot." And Chase is like, "Okay." And then Chase goes over to his corner, puts the boot up. Old school wrestling all the way. Kenny drives the head in there. They've got their 3 Sweet double elbow drop that they've been doing lately. Yeah, that Kitaro Crusher flatliner, also beautiful. But yeah, like you said, in the end, Juice Box for the win. So, Tetsuya Naito and Sanada versus Yujiro Takahashi and Kota Ibushi. We're going to start this one off with Sanada and Ibushi. Ibushi, being the very handsome young man that he is, acts much like a bouncy ball straight off the beginning. Gets clotheslined, I believe, and then he just kips right back up, doesn't even hit the mat, just down, up, bouncy, bouncy. Bunch of acrobatic stuff happens right now, you know, Sonata and Ibushi. It's really, really fun to watch. Human highlight reels, both of them.
Yeah.
Of course, Ibushi gets his corkscrew moonsault in. Got a hanging neck breaker by Naito. Sonata gets his leapfrogs in. Kota does another standing moonsault right after he kicks his opponent. Snapper on it by Kota. Yujiro, he finally, well, Yujiro's been in and out of this thing for the entire contest, but it's just so quick. It's basic wrestling stuff, nothing too terribly fancy unless you know something I don't. But he does get his bite moves in. And he picks up a reverse DDT for a near fall. They tease the skull in. Kota drop kicks him, so that's over. Then Kota immediately leaves the ring via Japanese air, and over the rope dives in. Enziguri victory roll 1, 2, 3. Naito over Ujiri, and of course I've been waiting for it for a few days now. We finally get the Tranquilo celebration. It was directed towards the Japanese announce team, but I'll take it. I get my Tranquilo for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, so the only thing with this one I was going to say is, yeah, so there's a nice plancha by Ibushi, leapfrog tricks by Sanada that he always likes to do. Ibushi hits a nice kick and a moonsault at one point, and they're just, like you said, the athletic showcase between Sonata and Ibushi, that's going to be fun to watch. So the thing I wanted to say too is that at the end of that match, Ibushi, you know, hits the plancha on Sonata, and he's out there and he's like telling Yujiro, like, finish him or whatever. So listen to this, like in kayfabe land, right? Like Yujiro eats pins all the time, and Ibushi is like obviously the better athlete and the better performer. And Naito would just like swallow Yujiro. So I don't know what Ibushi was thinking in kayfabe world to just leave Yujiro to, yeah, you can finish Naito, it's fine. Like, I'll just stay out here. Like, no, you need to be the one that goes and finish Naito. But that's just not, that's not nitpicky or anything. I'm just saying from a point of, if you're looking at it from a kayfabe standpoint, it's kind of hilarious. So, but yeah, that was those matches, and yeah, I guess we're gonna do the, you know, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. And
we've got your social media covered now, guys. We've got Twitter, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram. Email me if you want to, but do leave a comment down below. Also hit the subscribe button, ring that little bell underneath the subscribe button right beside it there. And until next time, let's build that brand.